What's up, collectors and Transformers enthusiasts? Today I want to finally be taking a look at Transformers Kingdom Blackaraghnia. Taking a really good look at the packaging, we got a nice Transformers logo on the side, Kingdom at the bottom, Blackarachnia on the top, a nice image of her, as well as a nice display of the figure itself. You can see that she has a nice background. You can see Dinobot there, and her Beast Mode, as well as the Decepticon ship flying around. And on the bag, you can see, the Capture Verbal Mode and Beast Mode, as well as the 20 steps you need to transform her. And on the other side, you can see a whole majority of Predacons and Maximals, as well as Autobots and Decepticons. And on the middle, you can see the golden disc. And on the very top of the box, you can see, the logo of the Predacons, as well as the Transformers for Cybertron trilogy. And that's pretty much it for the whole thing. So without further ado, let's get into it. And here we have Transformers Kingdom Blackaraghnia in hand and out of the packaging. And as you can see, she's looking real nice, super accurate to her Beast Wars representation. Unfortunately, I only have one con with her, and I'm gonna discuss that right now. But before we go into my only con, let's go ahead and discuss the card that she brought. As you can see, she brought the Autobots Arc. So you can see, let's see if the camera can focus. There you go. So you can see not much is the Autobot logo on the side, Kingdom on the bottom, and the Autobot Arc, as well as the picture. You can see that, is that moment when the Arc is breaking down and crashing down on Earth. And the reason I haven't discussed the car on my other review is because you can see I have a lot of copies, and honestly, I really don't want to talk about the same car over and over and over. As you can see, I've been really unlucky in getting the same Blackarachnia car over and over and over, and this is the first time that I get other one that is not this one. But as you can see, really nice indeed. If you open it, you can go ahead and see, the Arc crash landed on Earth right there. Just the same as the boxes. You can see that on some boxes, it has the, the Autobot Arc crash landed on the, on the Earth. Let me go ahead and kind of position this on a way that has no bubbles and stuff, because I really don't want to take this off. I really like the glossiness of this. But as you can see, that's pretty much it for the car itself. Not much to say here, but I'm honestly really disappointed. And the car that I most want is the Dinobot one, and I still haven't found it yet. Because again, I have been really unlucky. But that's pretty much it for the car. For the weapon itself, you can see that she brings this awesome looking, kind of like an arrow thingamajig. I am honestly not familiar. Let me see if the camera can really focus on the weapon itself. There you go. As you can see, not bad for the sculpted in detail that it has, giving you a 360 degrees so you can appreciate it. It has a couple of gaps at the bottom, but you're not gonna see that from the bottom. But honestly, not bad. As you can see, on the front is yellow, and on the back is like kind of brownish khaki color. But you can see, not bad for the sculpted in detail. I love the spikes, the looks. It really resembles Blackarachnia itself. But you can see it has a couple of holes here that kind of represents the spider. But honestly, I dig it. Honestly, really nice indeed. But not much to say about this. That's pretty much it for the weapon itself. And now for the main event, Blackarachnia herself. As you can see, not bad, honestly, for the sculpted in detail that she has. She looks super incredible and super accurate to her Beast Wars representation. And honestly, the only thing that I really dislike is this one. This is kind of inaccurate to her representation. This was supposed to be orangey, not full-on black. But I honestly, that's like a mini con. But for my full-on con is this one. You know that I love to pose my figures aggressively, and this doesn't do it for me, because she only can extend about that far, and just that honestly bugs me. As you can see, if I extend her backwards, it can extend normally, but due to this section right here, it cannot fully articulate like it's supposed to. But that's honestly my only con. Figure itself, it's honestly just flawless. Other than that, as you can see, just super accurate. Sculpted in detail is fantastic. And as you can see, just moving on to the face, so you can appreciate the sculpted in detail that she has. As you can see, not bad at all. I got a couple of paint drips here and there. So you can see, the yellowy, comes into the black on some parts, and the blacks comes into the yellow. So you can see I got a few black thingamajigs there. And it's something small, honestly, not bad at all. But honestly, I hate paint drips on a face coat. But as you can see, giving you a 360 degrees of the face coat itself, so you can appreciate it. So you can see, not bad at all. And on the back, he has this kind of like holes thingamajigs that they represent the spider. Not bad at all, honestly. And moving on to the chest, you can see that the chest is super accurate for the logo of the Predacons. You can see that it has no paint drips whatsoever, and the chest looks flawless. Moving on to the arms, you can see the sculpted in detail follows, and just the paintwork on the arms has no paint drips whatsoever, so that's, you know, always a plus. And on this one as well, it's the same thing. But moving on to this section right here, you can see that no paint drips whatsoever, and the sculpted in detail is flawless, super accurate to her Beast War representation, and honestly not bad at all. Moving on to the legs themselves, you can see that, you know, that same sculpted in detail that she has on the upper section of the body now translates really well to the bottom section, and the paintwork is flawless, no paint drips whatsoever on this section as well. And you can see that on the feet, they look really nice, really accurate to her, you know, Beast War representation. And on the other leg as well, it's pretty much the same thing, as you can see. Really nice indeed. But just giving you a full-on 360 degrees so you can appreciate the sculpted in detail that she has. As you can see, not bad at all, and she even looks good from the back. As you can see, no backpack. This honestly doesn't qualify like a backpack. I honestly do not mind this because this is accurate to her character. And as you can see on this section, she kind of has a mini backpack, but honestly it's small, it's you know, compressed, and it really doesn't bother me, and it doesn't get in the way. And I believe that she had something like this on, you know, on the series, so it really honestly doesn't bother me. But as you can see, for the sculpted in detail that she has, not bad at all. Moving on to articulation, honestly it's not bad. The only thing that honestly bothers me is the leg section, but we're gonna discuss that on a moment. But as you can see, she can go ahead and give you the old 360 degrees, down a lot and up a lot, so not bad there. Really nice indeed. You can go ahead and give you the old 360 degrees, but this just kind of gets in the way. But honestly, you can go ahead and rotate it as you will due to transformation. It has a hinge there, so you got a 90-degree bend there, and obviously a swivel here and a swivel on the upper section. No waist on the arms, or whatever you want to call that. No swivel on the waist, unfortunately. Honestly, I was really looking forward to a swivel there, you know, for more possibility, now that this is kind of hindered with this section right here. But honestly, I don't mind that. What I do mind is this section. As you can see, it only can extend about that far, and that is honestly pathetic. For the articulation that every single figure on every line, you know, of the War for Cybertron has given us, this is honestly unfair. They couldn't make this piece to move just upwards, so it, you know, doesn't hinder the articulation. But for the quality that all the figures have give us, I honestly kind of been spoiled, because this I cannot accept that. That's honestly, she is gonna go straight into the box, because I'm not gonna be displaying her, you know, unfortunately on robot mode. I can display her on beast mode, but you know, for the poses that I can do with her on this section right here is honestly limited. As you can see on the upper section of the leg, it has a swivel and a hinge here, and it has more than a 90-degree bend there. But that's unfortunate, because there are, you know, so many poses that you can give her with this section not there. But you know, it's kind of like a waste, because you're not gonna be using this much other than a kind of like a flying pose. You can, you know, put her there and kind of like, you know, have her jumping or something like that. But other than that, that's the only thing you can do there. Not much options due to this hindering the articulation here. But as you can see, like all the figures, it has some ankle pivoting, so you got some ankle articulation there, so not bad. And all the kind of like whatchamacallit, the arms of the spider can move however you see fit. They're all on the ball joints, so you can go ahead and pose them however you see fit. But as you can see, honestly, kind of 50-50 on the articulation. Not bad, but honestly, for the quality that we expect nowadays, that is honestly unacceptable. But that's pretty much it for the articulation. For the comparisons, you guys can see how she looks next to other Decepticons, Autobots, Predacons, and Maximals. Let me go ahead and straighten her up so you guys can appreciate more of the scale. Let me go ahead and put her aside. And here we have Optimus Prime, so you guys can see how she looks next to him. As you can see, Optimus is a little bit more bigger, you know, as you can see. Super accurate to a Beast War representation. Honestly, this is the scale that I was, you know, hoping to have. But as you can see, not bad at all. But taking him out of the way, and for a Predacon, so just to see how she looks next to Vertebrae. Unfortunately, Megatron is not here yet, so I'm going to be comparing her to Megatron on Megatron's video. But as you can see, this is how she looks next to Vertebrae, and this is how she looks next to Rat Trap. So you guys can see, you know, more options there. But that's pretty much it for that comparison there. And for a comparison next to another Autobot, here we have Optimus Prime. So you guys can see how she looks next to him. As you can see, not bad at all. The scale is flawless. This is the way that it's supposed to be, and they just look really good together. Taking Prime out of the way, and last but not least, for a comparison with a Decepticon, here we have Cyclonus himself. Let me go ahead and get the camera just a little bit zoom out so you guys can appreciate more of the scale. As you can see, not bad at all. He is the bigger foal on this case, but as you can see, see, they look so nice together. Honestly, I'm amazed and I'm super happy to have them all. But this is pretty much it for the comparison. For transformation to beast mode, it's pretty easy, but beware, this gets in the way, so you have to fight with it as you go. But first, what I like to do is to fully unpeg this chest section and pull the backpack back like so. That's gonna give you some room to fully rotate this entire piece, because you need to unpeg the chest and the abdominal area like so to kind of fit the head there. And when you do that, you have to pull out the chest like that, and then go ahead and pull the belly of the beast mode forward like that. You want basically that, and when you have it like that, then forget about this section. You want to go ahead and focus on the legs. What you want to do is to straight the legs, right? And you want to go ahead and unpeg this area right here like so. You want this to face backwards like so, and when you do that, go ahead and proceed to fold the legs like so. And as you do that, you're gonna go ahead and kind of fit the legs on the belly, because they are gonna be part or the sides of the belly, and go ahead and do the same on the other side. Go ahead and kind of fit them in like so. Go ahead and pull them on position and put them on the side of the belly. When you have it like that, go ahead and proceed to close this mini sections like so. And when you have it like that, go ahead and proceed to pull out this piece right here and rotate this entire section like so. And as you can see, this whole pile of arms, it's pretty annoying on the beginning, but go ahead and fold this section like so. Go ahead and peg it like so. And when you go ahead and secure that, proceed to go to the back of the section, or the bottom part, whatever you want to call this section, and kind of you want to pull the hands on, rotate them first of all, and you want to go ahead and kind of position them straight like so. Do the same on the other side. Go ahead and rotate this area and go ahead and proceed to put them straight. And when you have it like that, take these pieces out of the way, because you want to go ahead and peg them in like so. When you secure the hands, go ahead and proceed to take the weapon. And yes, the weapon is really important, but beware, it can break. I have already some stretch marks on mine, but what it does is that this secures the back section really well. The place where you peg it is on these two holes. You want to go ahead and be polite. Don't wiggle it, because again, it can break. I already have stretch marks on mine, but when you peg it in, this basically secures this entire section. Go ahead, and now what you want to do is to basically position the spider on whatever position you want. It's up to personal preference. I kind of like to have the two legs pointing, forward. Let me kind of zoom in so you guys can see what I'm talking about. I like to, have her with the arms kind of pointing forward, like she's about to attack you. But when you're done, there you have her on her awesome looking beast mode. For the beast mode, you can see that same accuracy that she had on robot mode now translates really well to the beast mode itself. And honestly, I'm amazed, because it looks legit. It looks like the real thing. It looks really scary and menacing, like an actual spider. Zooming in into the face sculpt itself, so you can appreciate the sculpted in detail that she has. As you can see, not bad at all. Super accurate to the spider. As you can see, with the red eyes and the mouth and stuff. I'm not particularly enjoying this section right here, because it comes out really awkward. But what can you do, man? But as you can see, the legs, sculpted in detail that they have is really nice indeed. I love the red and the black. It looks really good together. As you can see, not many robot parts are shown on the beast mode, because as you can see, it really hides really well. If you look at from the back, or from the bottom, you cannot tell that this is a robot mode, due to the weapon being on the metal. You cannot tell that this are hands. Even if you look at from the sides, you can technically see her head right there, but you have to really search for it. So they have done a really nice job, hiding the robot parts. Honestly, not bad at all. From the back, you can see that that same sculpted in detail really translates really well to the back. You can see the pointing magics there, so not bad at all. And honestly, for the sculpted in detail that she has on her belly, look at that, just stunning, honestly. Oh, and by the way, no pinches whatsoever in the entire thing. The only pinch that I had was on robot mode, and was just a little bit on on the face sculpt, but as you can see, not bad at all. And the articulation, you can go ahead and get some poses with her on beast mode, because as you can see, you can go ahead and put these two whatchamacallit mini legs on the front and make her kind of menacing. Or you can do that same thing that they do in real life when you're about to get attacked. They kind of like put themselves like this on guard you can do that as well. You can do a whole majority of poses with her on beast mode, so that's always a plus for me. But for a comparison, let me zoom out just a little bit so I have some more room. Here we have Optimus Primal, so you guys can see how they look together. Honestly, not bad at all. They look really good together. And here we have Cheetor, so you guys can see how they all look together, and honestly not bad at all. As you can see, the scale is really nice indeed, and they just, I'm so happy to own every single one of them. But taking them out and going a little smaller on scale, here we have the core class vertebrate and rat traps. So you guys can see, you know, how they look together, and for the scale, not bad at all. Honestly, they look good. This is supposed to be a little bit more smaller, but you know, they look good. And again, for the core class, they do a really good job, you know, hiding the robot parts as well. As you can see, you cannot tell that they are robots indeed. Even if I zoom in on, you know, the back, you can technically, you know, hide a few things there even better. But with that being said, this is pretty much it for the comparison. For a transformation back to robot mode, it's pretty easy. You just, you know, need to undo whatever you just did to transformer, and you know, just like on the normal transformation to beast mode, this is gonna stay getting in the way, so beware. I like to kind of put them together so they don't annoy me. As you can see, you have to put them like that because they are gonna get in the way. So go ahead and unpack this section right here. That's gonna allow you to fully rotate this section forward and unpack the arms like so, and then trying to get every single piece or arm piece out of the way so you got some room you know, to work with. What you want to do next is you want to go ahead and kind of pull out the legs like so, and after that you can go ahead and try to put this section forward, and that's gonna allow you some room for this section to pull off, and then to pull this upwards like so. When you do that, that's gonna allow you full clearance so you can move the legs like so, and then go ahead and position this section on, you know, their particular spot. And when you have this like that, you can leave it like that. Now you can go ahead and focus on the upper section. What you want to do is to kind of unpack this upper thingy-majig. I don't know which I should call this, but rotate it 180 degrees and then go ahead and peg it like so. And when you do that, then you can go ahead and rotate this entire piece like so. Try to hide the beast head on the belly like so. And when you do that, you can go ahead and position the backpack on, you know, its particular place, and kind of, you know, put the arms on place like so. And again, just this gets in the way, so beware. And all 4 of them can unpeg, so you know, be careful. So what you want to do is to rotate this section like so. And there you have it. That's pretty much it for the whole transformation. When you have it like that, now you have to kind of, you know, mimic this like, you know, she has it on the Beast Wars series, you know, with this backwards and stuff. But when you put everything together, this is how she looks back into his awesome looking robot mode. And with all that being said, that's pretty much it for the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a like. It really helps you to algorithm and helps my videos get out there in a while. So if you get any value out of my content, please subscribe, and I will see you on the next video. But this is pretty much it for Transformers Kingdom Blackaraghnia.